All right, what is the latest on Madden 17, guys? So the latest that I've seen on Madden 17 is I went over the new Will Sykes. You guys can follow him at Sick Nasty Sykes, the competitive blog. There's a lot of great details, and what I mentioned on YouTube earlier in the week is instead of looking forward to what's going to be in Madden 17, which the running moves blog did really well, the special teams blog did really well, zone coverage blog did really well, Will Sykes was able to kind of look at what Madden 16 is currently and project some of the changes that they're going to make for Madden 17. So it's all in the competitive focus blog developer inside of the screen. So click that, and if you're watching this show right now, you're a hardcore Madden player. So go through that, and you'll really enjoy the content that's in there. So great job by Will. But what's new in Madden 17 that I was looking at today is the zone coverage. So we've talked about, the competitive blog talks about man coverage overhaul, but then we also have a zone coverage overhaul. And we already knew there was going to be a lot of new zone assignments in the game this year, as one of the blogs kind of hinted at. And I was like, well, what else could they put in? I mean, they've got a lot. But fortunately, they have a whiz of a developer in there, and he kind of breaks down everything that's going on with it. So I think the biggest thing is the new AI architecture called Behavior Coordinator, which gives them the ability to create new sets of behaviors for a given situation. So you've got new zone coverage logic, and I'll let you guys read through this, but the biggest thing is kind of the pattern reading and pattern matching. Each player has a global knowledge of the scheme that gives them that ability. So they had 3 underneath zone coverage assignments. That number has jumped to 10. In addition to the new zones, the on-field coach cam has been upgraded. The art's been upgraded to kind of give you what zones are going on. You have new flat zones, so you have the cloud flat, and then I think this would be probably everybody that watches this show and follows the channel. It's probably their favorite thing from Madden 16 that they want in Madden 17 is this hard flat. This idea that if you shade your flat underneath, that flat zone assignments will stay down there and protect the outside short areas of cover 2. How many times have you hot routed a zone to the flat and he doesn't pick off that table route even though you shaded underneath? I know it worked sometimes this year, but it didn't work every time, and now you've got that option to give it a hard flat. It might not still work every time next year, but at least you're telling your guy, that his assignment has changed, and you actually can change the zone, not just kind of the shading. So you have the cloud zone where they'll drop back. You've got, curl to flats, hopefully making improvements with the ability to have a flat zone out there. And it's stuff that we've been teaching. It's adjustments we've been showing you how to make over time and use the coverage adjustments that are in the game this year to kind of make some of this stuff happen. But now to have the ability to call it out of the huddle and to make hot routes and to shade everything, these zones will really improve what you can do. And if you're a guy who's watching this show and you're willing to take just a quick second to think, oh man, where's this guy beating me? Oh, all I have to do is this. That's what we've got going on. So I'll link to this blog in the chat, in the description, so you guys can actually see more about these zones, because there is a lot of zones. I'm not going to run through all of them right at this time, but there is a lot of new zone coverage
There's so much meat in this blog,
in the game this year. It's just a beefy blog.
So much meat.
And that's what we like to have. So you know that they're really hauling in on it. And Anthony White knows so much about football, just an amazing football mind. He really is into this stuff, and this blog shows what a great job that they've done improving the zone coverage. So hope you guys enjoyed that look at some of the new Madden 17 news here.